Hi guys, welcome to my haul video for Saturday the 27th of August. This is going to be a Saturday haul. I'm also going to probably do another one tomorrow for the Sunday haul, and I might even go the whole hog and do one for the Monday, but it depends what we get basically. There might also be an auction one if I win any auction lots on the Tuesday, and I'll try and do that for the Tuesday, so it could be like a mammoth weekend of videos for me. So subscribe to my channel and keep up to date with it basically. So I'll talk you through the haul that I got today. It wasn't great, and also I think there might be a bit, well, I won't rant too much, but there might be a bit of a rant at the end of the video, but we'll see how it goes. The car boot was pretty half full really. In fact, there's probably only about a third full, I would say, in terms of the capacity that it has. I'd say there's probably about 50 sellers there today, and I mean there could have been easily 200 into that field, probably more even. So maybe it wasn't even a third full, but you know, we did okay, and I think I've done all right with what we got. I'll talk you through what I've got now. So we'll start with this Mr. Freeze and this Batman Gotham City sort of jail thing. That's the jail thing, and this is the Mr. Freeze headquarters. I don't know if you can quite see that. For some reason my camera focuses in it zooms in a lot. I'm not really sure why it does that, so that's why everything's kind of really close when actually I'm not actually sitting that close, but I don't know, sod. Anyway, so I paid £1 for each of these. The one at the back, I think you can get £20 with if you've got all the figures. There's one figure there, Batman, but I think there's a few more in this little Lego tub I'm going to have to fish out. And there's also, you can get about 15 just on its own for that Mr. Freeze, and about 20 with all the figures. So if I can get the figures and get it up to 20, that'd be great. So from £1 each to 20 for each of them, it's pretty decent. This is a couple of charity shop things. I've just popped off to the charity shop. I've got Beast Quest 3, 4, 5 and 6, paid £1 on them. Nothing special. I've forgotten what they call them now, but these sort of collector card things or whatever it is, I think they're all at the back. Let me just check okay, that one's actually missing. So is that one, sadly. There's actually only 2, but never mind. Okay, but I'll think about bundling them if I can get some more. I'll have to try and build them up, but we'll see with that one. Fallout 3 was £1. I sell that for about 6 pretty regularly. Sims 3 was from the charity shop for £1.50. If I can get the actual base game of Sims 3, then I'll do that, but I'll just hold on for that one. And then Friends Season 1 was £1, but the only reason why I got this is because I've got a 1 to 10 box set, one of those sort of big box set things. Hold the camera up the right way, it will help. So I've got one of those big box set things, and then it was missing one disc, so I brought this because it had all 3 discs in, so that'll complete that box set, and hopefully the box set I'll get like, I think it's about 30 to 35 for that, so it's pretty good. And I paid £12 at charity shop for that box set, so not amazing profit, but okay. This Lego is not as good as it looks anyway. It looks like the 5508 set, but really it's just a tub with a load of Duplo in, and it has got a couple of the I think that's Mr. Freeze there, so it's got a couple of the Batman things, so I'll fish them out and put them into the Batman things here, and then sort that out. That was £1 as well for that Lego box. Sometimes I sell these Lego boxes for about £10 on their own, just empty. So you'd be surprised actually. There's actually even a bit of money just in the actual tub itself, which is odd, but yeah. Next is this Ravensburger puzzle, brand new and sealed for £2. Woman wouldn't budge. I even gave her £1, and then she said, "Oh no, it's 2." And then I was like, "Okay, well I'm gonna have to give it to you now. I have to give you the extra £1." We did actually. Well, she said £1 was fine, and then I gave her the £1. She said, "No, 2." And then I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I don't know." It was very odd. Had a lot of odd things happen in the car boot today. I might talk about that a bit, but it depends. Yeah, that's £12 on the FBA all day. A pretty decent rank, so not much profit, but I'll shift it and all adds up. This was 20p, this Thomas the Tank Engine thingy majobby. I think if you press him or something, then it, I don't know, it goes to or something. I don't know. Yeah, you have to. I think you have to rev him up or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, probably about £10 on him. I think with free delivery. We've done everything. So basically, this was the find of the day, which was the next lot I'm going to show you. I'm just going to put these back. Find of the day, which made everything worth it, basically, was this PS1, 2 controllers, 2 memory cards, all the wires, and I've forgotten how many games there was now. I think I did count it. It was about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's about 23 games. Yeah, and I'll talk you through the games now. So I paid £25 for the whole lot. So that's a really good deal, really, when you consider that I've sold the console with a controller before for about sort of around the 25 anyway. So pretty much what I'll do is put that green controller, because I've got another PS1 console which is the same sort of fat one like that, and then I'll just put that controller with that console, because that console doesn't have a official one. We'll move that to the side for now. Basically, I've put all the kind of crappy games to the right and the good games to the left, just to sort it out. All the ones on this right here, down there, that's all bundle fodder, what I call bundle fodder. What I'll do is you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I'll put 6 with one console that I have, and then 6 with another console that I have, just to make the bundle a little bit better and to sell the console a bit better. But we'll move on to the what I'd call the interesting stuff. So these are the games I'm going to sell individually. Sledstorm is 5, Tomb Raider is about 5, but I've got quite a lot of Tomb Raiders now, so I think I'm going to put that with my other Tomb Raiders and try and make a good bundle of about 5 Tomb Raiders. And I think for 5 Tomb Raiders you can probably get like 20-25, I reckon. Tekken 3 is about a £5 game. Simpsons Wrestling's about a £5 game. Drive's about a £5 game. So nothing really spectacular so far. Command and Conqueror, that's about a 4 to maybe 5 if pushing it. But this next one, which I'll probably bundle with it, Retaliation. This is a bit of a bolo actually, when I've just worked this out and had a look at it. This is actually about £20 this going on Amazon and FBA currently. Maybe about 17 on eBay, I think I saw it. But yeah, I was really surprised about that. I'm sorry, I'm having to kind of move because my hand's hurting today for some reason. I've hurt my arms today, and I don't know why. I think I was carrying I was carrying the bags to the car, and I don't know, I just hurt my arms. But anyway, enough about me. Yeah, so that's good. I might bundle that with the other Command and Conquer, or I might just probably sell that on its own. I don't know. I'm a bit concerned that I won't be able to sell the other Command and Conquer on its own, you see, so I might actually just bundle them too and then put them for 25, see if I can get anyone biting. The classic. I would say, in my opinion, this is the best game ever made, like ever, but you know, I'm pretty biased on that. Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation. The Black Label, I'll probably push for 20 on this, and I really wouldn't like to sell it anything less than 20, to be quite honest, because it is just such a classic game, and it needs to be sold right at the very top end. That is top end though, 20, that really is. I mean, I'd be surprised if I can get 20, but I'll stick it at 20, and just, if it has to wait a couple of months, it will, I think, on that one. But realistically, actually, on Metal Gear, you could get 15 and shift it very quick, but yeah. Final Fantasy 7 actually has its manual, which is pretty rare with these things, and it actually has all the discs as well that I've looked at as well. Yeah, and they're all pretty decent as well. So yeah, that's about, wow, pushing 15, but you're probably more realistically going to get about 12 nowadays. And then probably the find of the day with the bundle was Spyro 2 with its manual and the Spyro 2 disc is in there. I've actually got another Spyro 2. What I'm going to do with maybe with a couple of the crappier games here, I might actually start using the cases. I've got 1 or 2 good games, but I haven't got any decent cases. And actually, all these cases are actually pretty decent for PS1. There's no real scratches, there's no real, usually they're dented, usually they've got some mark on them or something. Actually, this probably the spiral one is probably like the worst condition one actually, but even this isn't really that bad. I mean, this has got nothing major on it. So yeah, I was really happy with that for £25. That was certainly worth it for me. It was worth the journey and worth the effort. If I didn't get that and I only had this haul, I mean, it's not a bad haul what I had, but personally I wouldn't have felt it'd be worth it. But yeah, so let's sort of have a quick little chat. I mean, we're up to 10 minutes now, but I'll just sort of talk a little bit. Basically, this one woman had loads of Wii games, and this is a little bit the rant, the rant. I say things a bit differently because I'm from Jersey. I say things like what was it, like dancing rather than dancing, because a lot of people say dancing and I say dancing for some reason. So I say Ron instead of Ran. It's like a French thing, I think. There's a little bit of French mixed in with English with me. So anyway, getting difficult to hold this camera for some reason. There we go. So yeah, I was just a bit annoyed because this woman was having, she had all these decent, well, not decent, but like, you know, pretty decent titles, you know, like Mario Kart Wii and Wii Party and Wii Sports Resort and things like that. Just your standard Wii fodder basically, which really should only be like £2-3 and flip it on for like a tenner or something, or maybe 15 if you can, or 12 or something, you know, just your general stuff which you're going to pick up and flip. And then she just wanted all CEX prices for some reason. I've never heard that one before. I've usually heard, oh, I can get that on eBay, but then she said, oh, I can get £8 for Mario Kart Wii. I can get £8 if I trade it in for the voucher. And I'm like, well, yes, you can get £8 for voucher, but the reason why CEX are giving you that voucher is because they're making you so much money on the actual games, because they're overcharging a lot when they actually sell the games to you. So if you buy that £8 voucher, you're effectively only getting about £5 cash, which is the actual cash rate they give you. But then she couldn't really understand that, and she wanted £8 in actual cash. Basically, she just wanted eBay prices without the hassle. That's what it came down to. And I haven't really had a rant about this before, but like, you know, I don't really like to say too much about it, because people are allowed to say, you know, they're allowed to say their price, and their price is what their price is, and that's that. You know, it's up to you to either pay it or move along. Obviously you can try and negotiate, but I mean, that woman wasn't negotiating for anyone today. I could just tell. She was just, in fact, the couple that came in, they just came in straight away, and they didn't want to know any of the traders. In fact, it was just I don't know, it's like they didn't want to sell a car boot, but then they did, and it's like, you've got to come to a car boot and expect that people are going to get round your car if you've got good stuff. I mean, they did have good stuff. You know, there was some, maybe it wasn't like high-end premium stuff. It wasn't like, you know, the absolute top-end games or the top-end Lego sets or anything like that. It wasn't like the top-end stuff, but you know, or there wasn't like a Nike Jordans or anything like that, or you know, any like amazing trainers or anything like that coming out. But it was all just good standard stuff, which you can flip on eBay nice and easy, and it's all good stuff, and it was all good quality as well. It was all, you know, manuals, and the discs were good and what have you. So, with their games anyway. And yeah, it's just a bit frustrating really that happened today. And what was annoying is that I beat a couple of other dealers to their car to get there, and you know, to actually beat those dealers, you've got to be really damn quick, and you've got to really you know, move it to actually get the deals. And I was just a bit annoyed that I got there first, and I wanted to do the deal, and they didn't want to do the deal, and just because they were overcharging. But well, for what I felt anyway. I mean, if you come to the car boot, you've got to expect that people are there for the bargain, and people aren't going to get up at ridiculous time in the morning, make their way down, if there's a bit of rain even, and actually pay what is eBay price. You know, it's just not going to happen. And even today, actually, I've tried to arrange 1 or 2 local pickups, and some of their prices nowadays, I think people actually are cottoning, oh, I can't say the word, cottoning on to maybe some of the things which are happening maybe on YouTube, I think, more than the Facebook group, because the Facebook group's closed, so you won't know too much about that. But I think it's more YouTube, actually, where maybe people are starting to watch these videos now, and you do wonder, you know, I mean, I don't want to open the sharing debate again, but there is a bit of a, you do wonder in the back of your head whether the sharing is the best thing. I mean, I do think overall it is better to share than not share, but there is a point where it maybe does start damaging your business to a degree, and there's maybe a few things that we need to start thinking of actually holding back and not actually saying on videos, because I'm sure there's a few things that a lot of people pick up who would want to keep that little bit of their market to themselves, and you know, we shouldn't say everything on videos because it is public when you think about it. So yeah, I just think generally people want a lot more money for their stuff now, where, oh, I mean, you always get the odd, you're always going to get quite a few. I mean, the majority of people still want your standard £1 or £2 for your Wii games or something like that, and you know, and you're still going to get a lot of those people who are the casual sellers. But I think also now, because we're coming towards the end of the car boot season, I think that's probably why the casual sellers are kind of like, they've sold everything and they've moved on, and you're getting more sort of trader types now, which are just wanting, pardon me, they're wanting more eBay prices rather than actual, you know, rather than actually selling on eBay, because then they don't have to pay postage and they don't have to pay the eBay fees either, but then they get the full price. Sorry, what does annoy me is when you go back like an hour later, or even sometimes 2 hours later, if you've been there, got the car boot for 2 hours, and you go back and they've actually not sold some real quick selling games, and you're like, well, you know, you could have just charged less and sold those quickly and made yourself 20-30 quid just there and then. You know, because I would have paid, to be fair, I probably would have paid £5 for Mario Kart Wii, which is what CEX were offering. You know, CEX offer you £5 in cash, but, you know, and £5 in cash, it would have been a little bit much, but I probably would have paid it. Because I know that if I can grab 2 steering wheels for, say, £1 each, I'm invested 7 in that, and for Mario Kart Wii with 2 wheels, I can get 19 for it. So if I have to invest 7 to get 19, I will. But anyway, this video is getting way too long now. Hopefully I'll put more videos up on the Saturday, today is Saturday, on the Sunday and the Monday, and there might even be a bonus Tuesday one, because I know I haven't done many videos recently. That was because last week the car boots were so shocking that I couldn't get a video up, sadly. There was no haul. Well, there was a haul, but the haul was about as big as an A4 cardboard box sort of thing, so you could fit it basically in a small box, the whole haul, which was kind of embarrassing. But anyway, that happens sometimes. I think I've spent £20 in the whole weekend, which for me is just like that's not even anything. You know, I like today I spent just £25 just on that one bundle, so it just shows you how little there was last weekend. But yeah, for a Saturday car boot, this is actually not too bad, I think. I you know, and especially with the size, wasn't very big either. I'd probably just take this, but obviously tomorrow I'm really gonna have to try and get to at least 3 car boots, well, at least 2 car boots at very minimum, but I'll try and do the whole 3 and see what we can do. I'm hopefully I really want to get a lot bigger haul than this, because, you know, again, even this lot is not really enough. I really am rambling now, sorry. Anyway, I hope you guys like that. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.